Well, the scuff continues. I have no idea what happened. I think either my Wi-Fi or my OBS full on crashed, as it couldn't connect to my Twitch. Sorry for that, everyone. I am also horribly confused about what happened just now, but we're just gonna continue drawing. I changed the music in case somehow I didn't like the music. But yeah, we're having a scuff stream. But honestly, we love scuff streams in this house. The other piece of scuff is that I forgot to turn my stabilizer on. Because God knows my hands are shaky. You can hear me 3 times?! What? Yeah, I know, because I tend to be unmuted in VC. Dude, Okay, then it's not so much a scuff fault as you have both stream sound on and my sound in the Discord. Idiot. You forgot a bit of a brain cell there, bestie. You left it at home for school, I think. I love you. How are you doing today? How are you, my friend? Oh. No, you forgot to mute? I don't mute up in the Discord usually, because I like to talk to my friends on stream. Literally, it's literally that, Zephy. Little Luna. And you're alive. Well, I'm glad that you are. Also, welcome to me not having drawn for a solid... I mean, I haven't technically drawn since last year, if that helps. I don't know when in the past year I've actually sat down to do art, so if this looks more scuffed than my regular art pieces, I just have to get back into it, honestly. I'm also not happy with how things are looking. This face shape is just not doing it for me. Oh god. Almost slipped? Dude, be cautious. Be careful with yourself. You need to be honestly more careful with your health. No, you. No, you as well. We both have to be more careful. Yes, head shape. And it's also slightly tilted, as it always is. I'm very good at doing arts. You also slipped my name. Yeah, I quickly covered that up. However, it's also a nickname. My little Zeppelin. I'm sorry, I didn't actually mean that. Yes, I called you a Zeppelin. What are you gonna do about it? You're like one of those Zeppelins at the advertisements on the site, but instead of an advertisement, it's just literally just a giant, like, Comic Sans font in all caps reading, "Remember to hydrate." That be you. You would be a giant Zeppelin flying over a park, remember, like, telling people to remember to hydrate. Yeah, in Comic Sans. Okay, apparently 3/4 is just not it today. Front facing I can do. That is lovely. Good to know. Technically I don't have to do too many 3/4 today, so this is actually a good thing. Now to remember how to... You know what? No, we're just gonna do general shapes because it's like short anyways over it. I don't need to fully outline so I remember that everything is correct. No one cares about that. Anatomy? Who's she? Never heard of her. I say, fixing up my anatomy. At least a tiny bit. Anyways, for those that are wondering what specifically I'm drawing, I am currently drawing our lovely lady Mori, who is my character on the Revival SMP. To quickly pull up a thing that I did of her. Mori. Quickly drawing a little thing that I can use on stream that I have on the side that isn't a chibi. So that people know when there's lore time, you have a little Mori off on the side. Just vibing, just chilling. And I may actually turn this into a PNG tuber if I feel like it. Seeing as VTubing will still be a ways off for some time. Especially till I have a better laptop and I actually fully finish my model. Which, I'm okay with leaking my model a tiny bit. But not right now, because I haven't put the tiny bit of, like, leak in. If I were to show it right now, that'd be a full model leak. And that we're obviously not gonna do. Because as long as it's unfinished, and I haven't used it at least once, people can steal the idea. Totally not paranoid. Either way, though, this is gonna be a little PNG to where eventually I have the mental energy to make another VTuber design, though. I will 100% also make a more VTuber for during art streams. Also, maybe a fun fact to know, Mori canonically has both a bun, like you see here, occasionally puts it in a ponytail as well. Just a little fun canon thing to maybe know about her. And I completely forgot how to draw her hair. Oh no. Great start, great start. Well, that's why I have the little thing of Mori off to the side so that I can check every now and again how things are supposed to be drawn. And God bless stream delay so I can check on my stream as well how things are supposed to look. So yeah. And now we flip the canvas. Because honestly, that's the best idea that I have in this little brain of mine. Because otherwise, I will fully forget how to draw a thing. There we go, and I'll just make it a bit more fluff towards the inside as well. Chat seems to have gone quiet, sad. Which means it's time for me to pull out my shark facts. Did you know that some species of shark will actually come up to you for poops on their snoots and cuddles? Sharks really are sea puppies and better than dolphins. I'm not going to start about the crimes that dolphins have committed, because that would probably get my Twitch banned. But I dislike dolphins to a sincere heavy degree. They've done things mentally to me. So you're doing school's work? Aw, that's okay. I saw what you were making, like, earlier. So, good luck. Also, sometimes Mori will have her hair down, and then it comes to about here, where that little stripe is. That's roughly where Mori's hair lands, if she doesn't have it up in a bun or a ponytail. Ah! Well, I guess I accidentally leaked my model. Whoops. That's what I get for having it off in the corner, because I wanted to also do some work regarding that. I mean, to be fair, you guys are probably gonna see it sooner or later in today's stream, so... Also, depending on how long art pieces take, this may be either a 2-hour long stream or a 3-hour long stream. Also depends on how much energy I have, because I will be doing 2 streams myself today. The later stream is actually what we're drawing for right now, which is the solo lore stream after I was on a Raspberry's lore stream yesterday. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, I highly suggest going over to their channel to watch the VOD. It is actually pretty nice if you have that catch up. I'm working on getting mentally ready to ask someone for help to edit my like recorded bit of my POV from that lore stream, because I did actually record that. I was smart enough to be reminded. Like, everyone around me was smart enough to remind me to do that. So my POV is actually recorded, but I highly suggest also watching their POV first, especially seeing as mine may take a little bit to show up. For that case, I'm also going to be doing a tiny recap of what I had on my POV that wasn't shown in theirs. Meaning that when I do eventually put mine on my YouTube, which is Lady Phantasma VODs, by the way. Nothing on there yet. I've yet to put the latest VOD on there. But when that's eventually on there, you'll notice some things that are going to be repeated in today's later lore stream. Yeah, I know I'll be doing shit like that. Video editing. If you wanna like help me figure it out, my little Zeppelin friend, then you're more than free to, because honestly, I need the brain cells that you have. I don't have enough brain cells to figure certain things out on my own. You know that. You know that I struggle from a severe lack of brain cells. Zombies would not like me. They would look at me and go, that is not a good meal. So yeah. Okay, now to draw Mori's singular horn. Little single horn, and just remove part of that bun again, I guess. And yes, the horn is behind the bang, like these parts of the bangs. So if you would draw her on the side, quick scuff, but like, you have these bangs here, and then the hair that's pulled back towards the bun, you would have the horn sticking out here, with the hair flowing past it. So yeah. But also, there will be lore tag in lore-related streams, by the way, for those interested. I'll put a lore tag in them, and also when they go live, I'll make sure to have the little Mori PNG in the corner on the starting stream thing. When a lore stream is happening, I will make sure that it's visible. You guys will not be missing out on specific things. I will make it very visible. So, you have my regular starting screen, and you'll have a Mori off to the side where you would usually have, where is he? Where is my boy? Where you would usually have this guy. That's where Mori will sit. That cockroach is gonna become a part of my stream personality, I already feel it. That's something that's gonna persist until the day Actually, I don't know until when it will persist. I want to keep it a bit for as long as possible, though. That's the only thing I do know for sure. Is that it needs to be a bit that lasts for a long time. So the cockroach will remain immortal, purely because I think he's funny. Well, I think Chad also thinks that he's funny, which is good. But yeah, Mori will be sitting off in that corner if there's lore going on. So when there's lore, I trust you guys to see the little Mori off on the side and know that, oh, I better grab my hydration because I may cry today. I need that to be the thing that you guys think to do first when you see the little Mori in the corner. It's going to be like, uh-oh, I gotta grab my water because I am going to cry today if I'm not careful. Little nose. But I need to fix the smile. And then we're gonna do eyes on a separate layer. Because God knows how many times we fuck those up. I wonder if this is actually like flippable. This eye. Well, time to fuck around and find out. Well, to some degree it is. There we go. Fix. Fix. Oh. Yeah, no, it doesn't look right. It was worth a shot. We're gonna make it a tiny bit smaller. That usually fixes things. And it does not fix things! I love art. But sometimes I question what I'm doing here as an artist. Sometimes I question. I may also be having the thing where like I constantly see the issues in it and it's actually just fine. But it doesn't look fine. Could also be the lack of eyebrows. You know, when in doubt, add eyebrows. Do eyebrows fix? Well, you can barely see the eyebrows until you do that. Oh no. Hold on, hold on. Lower the eyebrow a bit. Art is fun. Art is objectively fun. Or subjectively. Someone needs to teach me the difference between subjectively and objectively again. Because at some point I knew, but like, that part of my vocabulary, out the door, left the building, defenestrated itself. It's gone and nowhere to be found. So if anyone would like to give me a vocabulary lesson either throughout stream or at the end of the stream, please do. God knows I need one. There we go. Now it's actually starting to look like something. To think that we started with a circle for the head. I'm getting skill issues by remembering how to draw an armpit. But yeah, so far we have a pretty recognizable Mori, who is without eyeballs. I mean, the eye caskets are there, but no eyeballs. None. Nuh-uh. And seeing as this is just a sketch and I'm not good at line art, what we're gonna do is, here in a second, clean up the sketch to make the sketch into the line art. Because yes, I could keep it like this for line art, but then you have little clumps like that need to be shaven off. And whilst it is more time consuming to do it this way, if you're not good at doing line art or have a genuine hate towards doing line art, I actually do suggest doing this. Because it can help a lot to just kind of sculpt your line art instead of just stressing over semi-permanent lines. I mean, they're not as permanent as when you're doing traditional art and you're using ink. Which is a good thing, honestly, if you ask me. If this was, like, more permanent, like actual ink on a page, I would have been so stressed out right now. That's also why, in some regards, I prefer digital nowadays, because you can just sketch and then go just easier, but you have the thickness and opacity of, like, inking lines that you would have on traditional. It's very visible what you're doing, and you can mess around with opacity a lot easier, in my opinion. I mean, you can still do that technically by pencil, but if you've ever done traditional art and you have held a pencil in such a tight grip that it was looking like you were going to stab the page with it, and then did your lines, I think we all know that 1, your pencil will be gone within a matter of weeks, and 2, art stream, woohoo! Yeah, art stream indeed, I'm drawing Mori. But if you've ever done that with a pencil, then you also know that those very thick pencil lines are a pain to erase, especially if it's just a sketch. So that's why kind of sketching out your line art like this on digital is just, in my opinion, easier and better. You can fix your mistakes a lot easier and you don't have to stress out as much, and again, it's just nicer overall if you have a hard time doing line art. It may take like twice the amount of time, maybe 3 times the amount of time depending on the piece you're working on. But it also gives a authentic... You're going to TwitchCon this year. I have no idea where TwitchCon is this year. I genuinely have no idea where it is. I don't know what tickets will be. I know nothing. What's Rotterdam? Oh, Rotterdam. Okay, do we know when it is? Totally not asking because I'm now thinking of, like, saving up for this. If you can DM me on Discord the info, that would be lovely. I think in June, July. Oh, the hell months when it comes to weather. Can we all just agree that the weather in summer in Europe has been like worse and worse the past couple of years? It's just been painful, honestly. Also, the music is gone temporarily because for some reason it says ad-free in the thing, in the description, and I still get ads. So I feel just the tiniest bit scammed. I'm letting the ads roll because I like the music, though. That's their only excuse. But I'm gonna find a way to have it without ads somehow. For during lore, because honestly, this music would be so fitting during some parts of lore, I feel like. But I'm gonna see if I can get time off or anything. I mean, by June or July, I'll probably be switching jobs or something like that. Or already taking more time off in order to prepare for leaving said job and going to school and stuff. So I think it's reasonable to say that I would potentially be going. I'm not sure though. First I have to get a new laptop fixed, which I am notorious for being bad at saving. I will not lie. TwitchCon is most likely going to be Rotterdam. It's not confirmed yet. Well, as long as it's unconfirmed, I'll just be sitting here and being like, I have other goals to save towards, and also other cons upcoming. And everything, all of those things. But for now, let's live in the present as well a bit. And realize that we still have way over a month for cons like Hero Alice. From what I saw on the webpage, it's been confirmed? Oh damn. They're moving fast. Or slow. I don't know how convention planning goes, if I'm gonna be honest. Man. It'll be okay though, Raz. Or Patton. I haven't seen you sign off, so I'm gonna do the dumb thing and still assume that it's Patton until I see a new type of sign off. I'm very smart like that. I'm a hyper-intelligence being. Also, depending on how long this takes, we may actually make 2 things for our streams, which is also going to be one for casual streams, where I have a little PNG tuber of my actual VTuber design on stream. Which PNG tubers are kind of easy to make, because all you need is actually a layout like this for a PNG tuber. You want to remove the mouth as well and have a closed mouth, an open eyes asset, and then a closed eyes asset, and an open mouth asset, and then you just save 4 things. It's on the screen and chat. Nice. But yeah, if we have enough time, I'm planning to make this a 2-hour long stream. Somewhat including the time we were scuffed. Not entirely. Tickets go live in February. I will most likely not be able to snipe a ticket, if I'm gonna be extremely honest. But that's okay. I can always go like next time. In case you can go in the present, there's always the future. I might? Nice. If you do, let me know. And if you need help with anything for TwitchCon or setting up, I don't know, let me know. I'll gladly try my best to help you out, friend. You know, doing line art like this actually makes my brain so much calmer than if it were actual line art, because now you can see it's shaping together. It's like rendering in. But it has like unique line thickness everywhere because of how you do it. It's also one of my very much preferred things with this, because you add like, kind of accidentally even, gain line weights to your line art. Which is honestly one of my favorite things to include some line weight, because it just adds a lot more. You know, good line weight to a lot of people would also be having thicker lines where there's shadows, to help indicate that there are shadows there, that you have to do less with shading. But I just like the weird type of line thickness that you would have if you're drawing it with ink and suddenly you get more ink out of your pen than you like basically bargained for. So that you have these little weird splotches where it's suddenly thicker and then thinner because suddenly the ink ran out. I personally really adore that look, and I'm not just saying that because it constantly keeps happening when I'm doing my line art like this. It's just, it brings that sense of traditional art in my digital art, and as someone who did start out doing traditional, I think that's just kind of a like lovely little touch, if anything. Having a little piece of where you started in your art. Something to nod to the early days of drawing on paper, or for some drawing on their tablet and iPad. I know some people who started out drawing on these paints with their finger. I sincerely respect those people, not just because of that, also because they're just amazing people. But man, as someone who's done that for like a long time and currently can't because of the settings on their phone, it's not easy. It's not easy to draw with your thumb. Or with your index finger. That was my first intro into digital art. I miss paint with the finger! I miss paint with the finger! I miss some fun with the finger! honestly, it is kind of fun to have iBase on your phone still, even if you don't use it anymore, because their speed paint, their like speed paint setting is one of my favorite things ever, because I'll be bored out of my mind during my breaks at work. And I'll just go into my iBase folder and just like open the app. I don't draw on there much. I haven't drawn much on there on my phone. And some of it is like literally 2 years old by now. But I'll go on there and just watch my speed paints to pass the time at work. Sometimes my breaks just like no one is online to chat to, or when there is, it's just like the chat is going slow because people have things to do. And I get bored easily. They also have an animation feature now? Oh damn, nice. I really need to get back into animation. I've done a tiny bit of it. Using the onion layer setting. Where is it? Where is the onion layer setting? Yeah. The onion skin settings. on Fire Alpaca. God, I remember doing my first, like, attempt at blinking animation with that. That went horrible, by the way. There's so much I didn't realize about, like, how people and animals blink when I first did that. So it was just generic, the top eyelid closing, the bottom eyelid going nowhere, and, like, the iris and the pupil both staying in the same place. And it makes me so nostalgic to think about it like that, because it's been such a long time since I did that. And it's honestly amazing, because I now realize just how much more I know about arts and anatomy and stuff like that. I mean, if you were to hold a piece that I did in, like, actual 2015 or 2016, next to what I do now, almost 10 years of growth. Holy, that is something to think about. Like, in 2 years, in February, that will have been a full 10 years of digital art growth. When it comes to actual, like, on paper art, I've already hit my 10 years. Last year, actually. But to just imagine suddenly that it's been 10 years nearly since I started digital art. Technically, this year it's gonna be 8 years. You realize how much you've grown, and how much your art's, like, changed, as maybe you took on different styles and different inspirations behind your art. Maybe even started doing different things. Hell, I started out drawing My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And I still every now and again draw My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, purely because people are constantly up my ass telling me, oh, so it was a phase after all, and I have to prove them wrong. The horses are eternal. Friendship will always be magic. Even though the new generation of My Little Pony sucks ass. Seriously, it's, like, it's the most generic animation I've ever seen. They literally put baby faces on horses. Or something like that. I don't like it. And also the personalities, sorry, like, I cannot get attached to them the way I got attached to Fluttershy, Rarity, and all of the main 6. Apparently this is now turning into a My Little Pony rant. But yeah, I was very used to Friendship is Magic. So to suddenly have Gen 5 upheave everything, but still apparently have Gen 4 in its lore is something that bugs me. However, I will always be thankful for My Little Pony being the start of how I learned to draw. Well, not technically learned how to draw, but decided to focus on art. Because it's quite literally My Little Pony Friendship is Magic speed paints that got me into doing art. And allowed me to grow to the person I am today with doing art, but I think it's also taught me many valuable lessons as I've made artist friends over the years. Friends I don't think I would have had if I weren't have started out like that, drawing silly little horses in colors that nature would not allow for. It's very cool, honestly, to just think back on skills you developed and how they allow you to meet certain people. At least it is in my opinion. Just think of that hobby you do every now and again and just realize that maybe if it wasn't for that hobby you started maybe 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe even longer ago, that you probably wouldn't have the same people around you in your life as you do right now. We're getting very deep with this. But it's still true though. Sometimes I think it's very important to remember where you come from in that regard and how much a skill has done for you, even as, like, especially if you are a creative worker, like a creative mind, and you do a lot of creative things like writing, doing art, making music. If you have any sort of art block relating to any of that, I think it's especially important during those times to just remind yourself that, hey, even if you can't do it right now because your brain is just not allowing you to work as creatively as you would like to, it is still a space you've been in for a long time. It's brought you a lot of cool friends that you otherwise wouldn't have met, so maybe curse it out as much as you want whilst you're in that art block, but always remember that it's brought you friends that will probably be irreplaceable. Or at least I hope so. Now to stop being deep for a moment, we're nearly finished the, like, transformation of sketch into line art. Woohoo! Which has actually gone by rather fast, if you ask me. I'm pretty sure it's just finishing this and then we're done. I'll have to do a quick look-see at my art. Here we go. I'm gonna make this slightly pointy. There we go. And that is, albeit scuff-looking line art done. And you know what? I like the scuff. As someone who has scuff in their streams, like every single stream. Also, I figured out what's wrong with the eyes. They were too low on the face. They were too low on the face. That's also really something that helps, by the way, just like doing something else in your art instead of hyperfixating on the issue. Just I don't think I would have gotten this if I just kept hyperfixating on it. Now the most cursed thing ever, drawing good pupils that are like looking at roughly the same thing. And I actually managed to do that on the first go? Hello? Usually I have to redraw the fucking eyes a bunch of times. Okay, now to thin the weight down at the bottom parts of the little iris. Which helps with the line weight. Yes! My masterpiece! Look at this face of beauty! I can't take myself seriously sometimes, and now is very clearly one of those. I have to thin out parts of it still. Maybe a tiny bit of this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to thin out the bottom lashes, even though I kinda don't wanna, because I like the thicker look. It makes her look more emo than she is right now. Could also be because of that one strand of hair being in the way, but she looks a bit more emo than she currently is in lore. And I also realized I forgot to connect two little lines. The one here from the coat does not match up to the coat here. So we're gonna add a little linesy to fix that. You'll BRB? Be safe, have a good BRB. I don't know what you're doing, but have a good one. Let me lower that. Now, to try and see, I think I want to move the mouth over a bit, because I don't think the mouth is like 100% in place. And I think I'm also going to redraw the strand of hair here down the middle, so it sways a tiny bit less. It's more like this, rather than in the eyeball. Which technically is also a bit canon. Yeah, it is swept a bit to the side, but there we go again. And again, leaked my model. It's gonna be a mistake I make continuously throughout the day. But there we go. Also, this specific track that just started playing in this playlist is one that I kind of associate with Mori currently. But also a younger child like Mori. This is a track that I think would really fit Mori when she was actually around the age of like 10 to 20. Okay, let's see, does that help? It does overall help for the face. And it sways just the right amount so that it doesn't look off. There we go. We're more done with Mori now. Okay, let me grab a weird shade of red to fill everything in. And now what I find the easiest way of coloring is to just do a color block all around. I'm not using the fill tool because with the fill tool you have this if you're not careful. I don't even know where it leaked. Oh wait, never mind. I see why it come on! Anyways, with the bucket tool you have these ugly lines, and honest to god they take longer to fix than just doing it like this if you ask me. So I like to fill in everything in one blob of color and then set it to above an alpha lock and have clipping layers to do the actual coloring. It takes longer, but it guarantees that you don't have those like little white void spots of like dead pixels, I believe they're called, or missing pixels. Or void pixels. It's either one of those three terms, I believe, that they're called. And fun fact, in some Pokemon games that I know of, if you look closely at some sprite animations, specifically those of Gen 5, there is actually a Pokemon out there with a missing pixel in one of the frames of its animation. That's right! In a Game Freak game, there is actually a missing pixel in one of the frames of one of those pixel sprite animations. Do with that info what you will. I also want to find which one it is again, and fix it. Somehow, I don't know how I would, to be honest, except for ripping the files out, putting the pixel that needs to be there in there, and then just putting that back into the game, but I think that would destroy the game, so... And I also don't know if that's legal. It's probably not, knowing Nintendo. But man, would I want to fix it. But for now, we're doing coloring. I also find it easy to use a shade of color that you're probably not going to use throughout the entire drawing. Like Mori is very pale, has a lot of purple and a bit of pink, and one of her eyes, namely being this one. So a more red toned color is not one that's going to be used a lot. Alternatively, I could have used green, but I like to first use red as it, for me, brings a nicer contrast between lines. And the color. It's a bit easier to see on my screen that I have on my laptop as it does not have perfect color accuracy. But I will turn it to green for when I start doing the actual coloring. Also, sip of water time. To Raspberry, to the Rabbit system yesterday, who kept reminding me on their stream to sip water. There you go, I hydrate. There we go, I hydrated. I also just realized that my keybind for muting my mic is the same as the keybind for flipping the flipping the canvas. It'll be very obvious for you guys to see when I mute up for things. Whoopsie daisy. Y'all are gonna know when I mute up now when I do art streams. Oh no. I also just, by the way, plan to do more art streams. I don't have a specific schedule yet, but I'm at work, so I can't stay long, but I hope you have fun streaming. The art looks amazing. Pop off, King. Drink water. I just drank water. I just hydrated, Tim. But thank you for being here. I literally just hydrated, though, King. I promise. Have fun at work, mate. I'm drawing Mori right now because there will be a lore stream later tonight. I don't know if you're still here, Tim. But I'm gonna do a solo lore stream tonight. That's why I have a little Mori. Because I am gonna have her in the corner as I do. More water! Drown! Drown? No. Tim? No, I'm not gonna drown. Nuh-uh. Until I have, like, the channel points unlocked and all of that, right? No. You cannot drown me. When I have the channel points unlocked, I'm gonna do a scary thing. I'm gonna let everyone be able to save up for 5 weeks or some shit and then put stuff there. That is basically gonna allow you to drown me without cooldown for one stream. And you're gonna have to be lucky to catch the stream. I maybe do a second drown stream. Anyways, it's time for actual coloring. Oh wait, I needed to turn the bottom layer to a darker green. Like slightly more muted than dark green. There's a singular red. No! Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's happened. I drew on the wrong layer. I did it! I drew on the wrong layer, no! Oh, the biggest pain an artist can have. Luckily, it's like only a singular dot of color. Oh, sheesh, that's a pain. There we go. Fix! Totally! I don't see any other errors, so... We're good for now, I believe. Time for the actual coloring of Mori. Maybe I can share some design philosophies that I had. I mean, I can actually. When I was designing Mori and also at the same time Zevi, because I'm also the one who designed Spree's character of Zevi. I was actually thinking of making them have colors that are slightly across the color wheel. So like, whereas Mori is purple, so her complementary would be yellow technically, I wanted Zevi to have green as a little fox and creature of the forest that would fit. And Mori with her magic, honestly purple is also a good fit, so they would both kind of match each other and not fully clash, but it would already kind of show some forms of a bond, I guess. And also just as honestly as Pocket Luna likes color-wise and what I agree upon, honestly, purple and green is a good combo. Depends on what color of purple and green you use, as with every color combo, but they're a good combo. Which is what I hope Mori and Zevi will be at the end of lore. But as with everything, life isn't an easy path, it's a rocky road. And that is something that our lore is also going to show. Especially Mori's lore. I don't know what Zevi, like the Zevi plan is, if I'm going to put it like that. I don't know what the Zevi plan is. But I know for a fact that in Mori lore, prepare to cry. It's gonna get emotional and it's gonna... for some it may hit close to home. And there will be streams where I will have a small warning up. Because some streams that I have planned later down in the line, I don't know when they're gonna come, it's gonna be very dependent on how lore continues, but there are streams that are going to have to happen to flesh out Mori's character. But just for everyone to be aware, there's gonna be some very heavy streams. Heavy in the sense of, it's going to hurt. It's like gonna be getting attached to an anime character and then realizing why they are the person they are. Seeing that pain firsthand, like kind of through the eyes of the character. So yeah, prepare to be hurt on my streams. My streams will definitely be painful when it comes to lore. I will have no remorse. Because, honestly, I don't want to hold back on a story that I'm very passionate about. Because, honestly, props to Tim, to Reboot, to Shroom, to basically everyone on the SMP, if I'm gonna be honest. Props to everyone on there, because it's thanks to the members on the SMP, as well as, of course, the owner of the SMP who started it. And the people that I do my lore with, it's thanks to all of you that I feel as motivated to do all of this. You guys have really given me something really cool to work on. You've allowed me to create a story that I'm passionate about telling and that I look forward to telling throughout time and throughout streams. And you've also given me several things, honestly, to work on a Minecraft server that I don't think would have ever had the motivation or circumstances or anything like that to build. I wouldn't have a reason to rebuild an entire forest the way I am now. So, honestly, thank you to everyone in the Revival SMP, or the Revived SMP. I always mix up the name a bit, but thank you for everyone on that server. Because, God, you guys have given me something so special to me, and so dear to my heart. And it's something I don't think I would have had if it wasn't for the members on the SMP being as, honestly, amazing as they are. Also, for those wondering why the colors are looking funky right now, I sometimes also just like to fully color some bits, like this, because the hair is white, so it's very close to the skin tone, so I wouldn't be able to see it very well if I started with white. With this, however, it doesn't bleed into the skin. I can check for all of that, and I can see that I missed some parts on the skin itself. Like over here. It's probably minuscule to viewers, but I can still spot it, so it's important to me. But then the hair color is like pretty much pure white. Tiny bit off-white, I believe. Yeah, tiny bit off-white. But now, as you see it getting filled in like this, you see that it's difficult to properly differentiate between two. If I were to turn off Protect Alpha, this can be hard to see. Like, this little streak of white. On some screens it's easier, on some screens it's worse, but you generally want to do things like that to differentiate between your colors, especially if you have a screen that does not differentiate well between lighter colors. Because then it's honestly really important to have something like that to help you out. And when it comes to darker colors, you also kind of want to do the same thing if you ask me. Sometimes it's very useful to have different lighter layers and different colors and shades and everything to difference between your darks. If you have two colors that either by saturation, hue, or anything are close to each other on a character design or on an art piece, I would honestly recommend just grabbing a different color than what it's supposed to be, coloring in the area, and then doing the other area with a completely different color, even maybe a complementary. Because you can differentiate between those two quite easily. And only then, after both are done, put its alpha lock and fill it in completely. It saved me a bunch of hassle with having the wrong color in the wrong area on numerous occasions. And now, as you see that I'm doing darker, I can also see tiny pixels of the skin tone bleeding into parts of like the shirt here. I think there's also going to be parts that are accidentally bleeding into the coat, color-wise. Yeah, there's also more of the shirt here by the neckline. There we go, remove those 2 pixels. I think it was literally 2 pixels there. But yeah. Art is a tedious progress, and honestly, the more perfectionistic you are with coloring, the more tedious this is gonna be. I know that I take an extremely long time on art projects and pieces, because of the fact that I like to make sure that all these pixels are correct. It can be very exhausting, it can be a very painful progress, because sometimes I will literally zoom in like this and just like, oh, skin tone. I already spotted this by the way, because it couldn't fix. And it was removed like that. But in the end, I think it looks better. And that could be purely me just finding the aesthetics nice. Let's see. Did I have a gradient on this horn? I don't think I did. And for those wondering, oh, is that the lore thing? Did we just get a lore drop? No, we didn't. There's another character I have with, like, horns that look different, but I always somehow mix up Maurice's horn, singular, with their horns. Because I am very smart like that. So yeah. I sometimes have to look at what the colors are like to properly do things. Okay, now to quickly check again where the streaks are exactly supposed to be. I mean, I think I'm gonna move the streak tiny bit over here, because I feel like that hair is more clumped together. It works better right now for this. I need to have the shade for the hair color, because I can't just erase this, because then I'm gonna erase part of the hair. And I don't want Mori to be bald. Mori is canonically not bald. This is hair. I already have a feeling that I'm gonna get a lot of Mori bald in chat later. I can sense it coming. No joke, the music playing is used to my 2D platformer? Good music. This is the music that I want to use on lore streams because it fits very well. Let's see, and then the other streak was in that piece of hair. God damn it. Let's first have this little corner on. I can neaten this up in a bit. I need to grab the other reference from Mori real quick. Yeah. This was the original reference for Mori, by the way, guys. This was done 10 whole minutes or something. I don't remember exactly how much time I had before that stream started. But it wasn't a lot of time. Alright, got to speed design both Mori and Zevi. And that was before the first lore stream we had. Nice speed round. It's supposed to curve more inward though, that's my only issue right now. So I did do something wrong. I keep forgetting that I have to curve it inward somehow. Because it needs to be more from... oh. Bold Mori, no! Sheesh, she came back to the Mori bold thing. I don't think Mori... so, Jesus, can I speak today? Clearly not. I don't think Mori would be like half the character she is if she was bald. Half her personality is in her hair. Honestly. Look at my totally not a stolen OC. I feel like one of those like people who is like on DeviantArt or something like that. Like, look at my totally not AI generated art piece, totally not stolen from actual artists. Oh my god, look at them. The half of their personality is that their hair can hold their weight. What a bunch of exclamation marks. Not to make fun of people, but that's just how I feel about this. I cannot tell if I left space between there or not. That is not good. But no, Mori is not bold. I'm seeing that I'm having troubles with vowels today. Well, like, when I read Mori Bold, my brain wants to switch the A and the O around, so that I get Mori Bold. No. Sounds like those gacha kids! Oh no, not the gacha kids! Not the gacha kids! God, no! Also, I like how the bangs were originally sharper, but I have a... Like, technically, they are a bit sharp. It's like... This is a personal stupid little headcanon of mine. Usually they are like actually sharper towards the inside like that. But then when you cut them, like how Mori does it, you just end up with this awkward fucking thing that she has now. Poor woman does not know how to cut her hair after spending 100 years in the wild on her own. A woman does not know how haircuts work. Someone needs to teach Mori how to do a haircut. Also, first we fill in this again using reds to do the same thing. Because if I were to fill this in with white or off-white, I would not be seeing shit. If I did it wrong. So first we're gonna make her actually live up to the demon origin. Not beating the evil demon allegations, oh no. And then we're gonna go to the OG art piece. And then we're gonna do a slight off-white for both colors. Fenrir will, hold on, Fenrir will, what? Beat the evil demon allegations? Because Mori also will, just not with the red pupils. Okay, I think they're like not off-white enough. Because you can still see the color a bit too much. I could be wrong. Could be that my screen is making it easier to see, but I'm gonna make them slightly more white. There we go. Should do. Let me actually check that. Yeah, they're still different colors. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. And now we can close that one again. Let me close this. Close. There we go. And now actually time to put in the irises. Fenrir will teach Mori how to do hair. Bet? Girly Pop has survived 100 years without actually doing proper haircuts, because why do proper haircuts when you can just snip off? Oh no, I have dead pixels. Oh no. Oh no. Nice. I've spotted the foul fiend. Oh, that actually hurts to see those pixels after I put in all that effort. We're gonna do minimal shading on this, by the way. Eyes are gonna be shaded as per usual. Because, honestly, I love shading eyes. It's one of my favorite things. But, we have colorful Mori now! Well, as colorful as Mori can get! Woohoo! We have colored Mori. If my voice was weird there, I stretched. I needed my little cat-related stretch. Or like cat-like stretch, I should say. Now, I haven't drawn again since last year or something. So I gotta remember how I shade eyes. Which is gonna be very fun! I immediately noticed that pixel here. Nuh-uh, out of my house. So I'm first gonna do the darker color, and I think I'm gonna do it like this, like how I used to do it. And then also have a darker pink. I'll just do this as I go, honestly. I'll relearn how I want to do my eyes as I go. which may take several minutes, like only a few minutes to figure out, or it may take the rest of the stream to figure it out. There we go. Where's my tiny little airbrush? For all of those that have been artists for a longer time, do you remember when you used to shade with airbrush set to black? Do we remember that pain? Because I'm pretty sure everyone had that phase where, hold on, I'm gonna make a throwaway layer where they used to do this for shading. I think everyone had that phase at some point. I think that genuinely is a thing every single artist has had in their life at some point. You cannot convince me otherwise. Everyone has had that. Oh, come on. Oh, I forgot to put this darker! Oh no! Or if I... Oh, it's just the opacity that I have to up a bit. That would also help if I did that. Come on. There we go. Also make that a bit darker, and then a really dark bit here in both corners. I said in the corners! To give it that feeling of roundness. I for a moment worried that my stream music had somehow ended, even though I have a playlist that should last me for 5 hours. Oh god. Also, we've made it over an hour. We have hit 1 hour and nearly 15 minutes. Woohoo! We're actually doing it. I'm probably gonna keep this at a 2-hour stream if I can. I'm gonna keep going until I finish this, honestly, and if I have time left over, I'll start on something else, but otherwise, this is gonna be a 2-hour long stream. If I finish everything in time. Because then I have at least a 1-hour break in between, and then after an hour, I will hopefully be seeing a lot of you for either lore stream. I could make a 2-hour break depending on time for people. Because I know some people would probably want to catch it who are currently at work or at school. So scrap that, I may actually make it a 2-hour break. So we end at 4 PM CET. And the lore stream will be starting at 6. Also same time zone. So for those wanting to catch the lore stream there, I definitively dropped a time. I now cannot go back on my word. Also, I kind of like the simplicity of this. I like to do my eyes really complicated all of the time, but I kind of really like the simplicity behind this. Whereas this was like a weird type of complex. This is really simple, and this is something I feel like. I feel personally attacked? What do you mean you feel personally attacked? About what? About the time zones? Me shifting it a tiny bit back so that people can join? Why do you feel personally attacked? Talk to me. I need to fix these bits. You should... I'm personally attack you? No, it's both mostly for you and for Tim. I have a feeling that Ras would also like to sit in chat and just be like, will. Or meow. I don't know what cursed thoughts they're gonna have during my lore stream. But either way, we're probably gonna go till I finish this. And if I do finish this before the 2-hour mark, then the max we're gonna do is 2 hours. Also, yes, Mori canonically has a 4-pointed star in her eye. That's her pupil. Tim, I will bonk you. Not if I bonk you first. No violence. Gentlemen. Gentlemen. No violence. Not in my chat. Not in my chat. There, I'm gonna make the line art purple because honestly that's canon for me to make line art purple. This is my canon event. Purple line art. I'm gonna make it lighter. My canon event is purple line art, people. There, I'm gonna fuck around until I find the right shade. There we go. And I also immediately saw pixels I have to fix. Because when you change the line art color, suddenly the black to black pixels aren't doing it anymore, and you see all these little mistakes you made earlier. Here we go. That we need to fix. One's over here. Well, that's hair crossing into there. Don't think there's any skin pixels that are going into places where they shouldn't be. I did spot other type of pixels. Ah, goddammit! There's skin. I need skin tone again? I said I need the skin tone again, thank you. Oh, no. That one do. That one. There we go. And then also remove some that are going onto the shirt here that I missed earlier somehow. Remove ones that are going onto the coat. Over here as well. Now jump back into the void of my beloved lurk. Oh my god. I don't know if the lurk command works in my stream. Like, I don't even know how to set that up. Tim, post-stream, when you're off of work, I'm gonna bother you to teach me. I'm gonna be up in your DMs being like, Tim, you're smart. You've been streaming for longer than I have. Please teach me how to do things. Okay, I actually unironically really love that the eyes are a lot more simplistic this time around. And usually I don't really draw simple eyes. Usually I really do not draw simple eyes. This is new for me. Okay, let me just do that. Set that to a quick multiply. Lower opacity. And then I'm also going to change the color of the lanards around, specifically the pupils, to be a slightly darker version of the main color. I'm gonna shade these here in a second. Or, well, shade, airbrush them from the top. So that they have proper darkness. There we go. And then you have something like this, and now it looks even better in my opinion. Now I'm gonna have to do the rest of the shading as well. But before I do, I think I want to do the thing I like to do on eyes. Tiny bit, which is grab this and put a tiny bit of the hint of the color of the eye on like the ends of the eyeball. Or like of the eyelashes, I mean, sheesh. Just something weird I like to do. It adds a bit more dimension in my opinion. Also, something I've noticed unironically is that due to the color accuracy on my laptop being honestly weird, it looks like a way more blue-purple on the thing that I'm streaming from comparative to if I were to send this on my phone. Then it's actually like more a warm purple. Which has really been messing with me. Because I'm very used to my cold bluish purple. So every time I see the like non-bluish purple and the more like warm tone purple, it's just like, huh? But it's supposed to be more blue! For those who've seen me IRL, they will know what I mean, by the way, with this. They've seen the color and accuracy that my laptop has comparative to my phone. I'm also just unironically using my stream to see if the shading looks good. Stream sniping myself to double check my art. Oh no. There we go. I'm only gonna do basic cell shading probably, with a tiny hint of just some softer shading at some spots. Because honestly, I don't want to do the very complex shading that I do every now and again. Certainly not gonna do my painted shading. That takes like actual hours to complete. For those that don't really know, by the way, there is a way you can paint, technically, on a digital program to make it look like painted shadows, like an actual oil painting and shit like that. Depending on how good you are at it. I haven't gotten to that point yet where it looks flawless like that, but it is a really pretty thing to do. It is also a pain in the neck, especially if there's gradients involved, if you ask me. Because you're gonna have to painstakingly grab every single color of that gradient, and then also grab every single, like, darker shadow color for that gradient, and then every lighter shade for it, if you want to make it look good. It really is a pain to do that. But yeah, for now we're just doing some good old cell shading. And we're also gonna do, of course, some highlights. Because on some parts that are darker, you cannot really see the shadows, so we're gonna make use of lighting instead to properly show depth. Color variety. But yeah, whenever you see this little Mori off on the side where the cockroach usually dances, that's when you know it's gonna be a lore stream. For those of you that haven't heard it earlier on in the stream and that are just joining later, or looking at you, Tim. But instead of a cockroach, there was a Mori. Prepare to cry. That is my warning. We are not vibing when the cockroach doesn't dance. And also, I think it's useful to just have a little Mori on the side so that the skin doesn't read the design fully well, in my opinion. So having the actual like little Mori PNG off to the side. Not this one, by the way, but the other one. The one that we're working on. I think that will be very useful. Because then people can look at the skin, but also look at the character design on the side, and really realize what this character looks like that is being portrayed. Because Mori isn't just a Minecraft skin. It's not just pixels. It's not just a rock. It's a boulder. Whoever gets that reference, I hope people do. It's a stupid little reference, but I hope people get it. I may add some slight blush onto, like, this art piece. I'm not sure yet. Just to add, like, a bit more variety to the skin. And to also bring some warmer tones in there, seeing as I'm using a very cool tone to shade. I'm gonna have to edge away at this so it fits better. There we go. Also, a fun little fact for the lore stream later. For those of you that are going to be watching my lore stream later, again, going to be at 6 PM CET, so probably 2 hours after I end stream here. Y'all, chat, are going to canonically be one of the animals. You're canonically one of the animals. My chat is canonically one of my birds, specifically during lore. because I was stupid, didn't do the first few lore streams, and I kind of, as a lore reason, was like, well, Mori hasn't retrieved all her animals yet that she was traveling with. And then after she did, of course you guys would be able to see, because you are the animals that she's met at some point throughout her journey. Yippee! Use a bit of darker shade to get more shading in here. On the darker parts before we do some lighting. But yeah, you guys are canonically the pets that she has. I claim pesky bird. Technically, you guys are the actual cockatiel colored one, the one named Dakara. And yes, that's the actual name of the bird on the server as well. There's a long story behind that bird's name being that. Way too long. It goes back several actual real life years. But you guys are canonically that bird, and even if you guys aren't sitting on Mori's shoulder throughout lore, which I am gonna do as much as possible, have that bird sitting on the shoulder through lore. Also to represent it. But even when you guys aren't, that is you. Where's the bird I made you name Pesky? I don't think I've named a Pesky bird yet because I haven't gotten another, whatchamacallit? Another name tag. There we go. I haven't honestly gotten another name tag in a bit now, and I need a name tag to name that one pesky bird. Yeah, I do need one. That would be lovely, because some of the animals that are unnamed still need names, actually. Mainly for plot armor. I feel like I need to give some of my animals names just as plot armor. Because, yeah. I don't think if they're gonna be unnamed, they're gonna live for long. There's kind of like a general rule on the server from what I can tell. If they're named, you do not touch them, but if they're unnamed, they're free game. So I want to name as much of my animals as possible. I need them to have plot armor. I'm attached to them. And canonically, Mori is as well. Also, the current fronting tag that you guys see on stream is something that is not going to be present during lore streams. During lore streams, I'm going to be removing that. So it's a more immersive experience in and of itself. So when you guys are joining that later, don't be like, oh, where the fuck did it go? Is no one in front anymore? Are they fake claiming? No. It's just gone to have a more immersive experience. There we go, Horn has shading. I'm gonna do some airbrush like shading on here. Go. There we go, that's Mori pretty much all done. For now, at least. I'm saying for now because I plan to add things onto this as time progresses. Which means that we have another half hour left, honestly, to either add things, which I may do right now. Take that off of multiplier so I can grab the exact color again that I was using for shading. Put it back to what it was supposed to be, and then grab the airbrush and do some very, very light bits of airbrushing here and there. I said very light, not whatever that was, Jesus. I think I want to mainly do it at the bottom of shaded areas, like this. Or like at the top over here, a bit by the hair. But that means y'all are gonna see me work on my PNG tuber for approximately half an hour. we go. That is Mori all done. What do you guys think? Good Mori? Oh wait, I forgot one signature thing that I do with the eyes. Oh, that was a close call. I nearly forgot one signature thing I do with the eyes. Which is... over here, I grab a lighter color. I am gonna make this into a different color here in a moment. And I do along the top line like this. I think I'm gonna do it yellow. Like goldish yellow. Protect alpha? I don't want to make it too light. It needs to be... Oh. It needs to be more bright! Put it on overlay and then dim it down as much as you need to for specific parts. And then for like the actual eyeballs, I can put it a bit brighter so it's more visible. And then also put it over the... Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. And then you have a little bit more layer of lights in your eyes. Something I really love to do. And I can't believe I nearly forgot about it. Chat, do we want to add blush? I'm gonna let chat decide. Are we gonna add a light amount of blush before I finish this? You can choose. Yes, light amount of blush it is. More red. Blush. Airbrush. Yeah, let's do better airbrush for this. I honestly don't do blush a lot, so my blush is gonna look scuff. Because I really don't know how blushy cheeks work. All I know is that you have like a more like red tone of pink to signify blush. I don't know how visible it is. I don't think it's very visible personally. Okay, we just got meowed, chat. We have been meowed. Oh no. But yeah, then we have the tiniest amount of Mori blush. Oop. There we go. That unironically kind of makes a difference. But yeah, there we go. That is Mori all done. I'm gonna have to save this into my revival SMP folder. And I'm already gonna give you guys a tiny moment by, where is my stream overlay? Okay, image. There we go. Yes, put it on unload when not showing. That helps. She's kind of big. Let's scale her down. I think that works. Maybe a tiny bit smaller. There we go. Very pixelated little Mori. But we have a little Mori off in the corner. No, it's not lore time, but you have been meowed, Virgil. Virgil, you are our little meow meow. You are our favorite little meow meow. Anyways, to get into the root of things, this is the up and coming VTuber model, guys. This is her. I still have to fix some things, and I have to start rigging, which is a pain. But for those wondering, this is the true Lady Phantasma, or Lady Phantasmagoria, depending on if you want to do full name or not. This is going to be the VTuber model that's going to be used. This is the design. I'm officially showing it because for the last 20 or so minutes of stream, we are going to be working on a PNG tuber, and now I can do that very, very easily. I can cheese this, because what I can do is, remove what I used here, fix the nose like how I was supposed to, and then all I have to really do is do this in a way of rigging it, which is basically overlay closed eyes and a closed mouth. And if you know how VTuber models work, that's not hard to do. That is actually unironically not hard to do. So I could technically already turn this here, what is for my VTuber model, into a PNG tuber. So let's go. Where's the head? Headpieces. The nose dingo. I love how I named this the nose dingo. I still have to separate these later. Hold on, what do I spot here? We're gonna get cursed. Where is this one? Yeah, it's the lips! It's the lips that are cursed. There we go. So, welcome to, why we don't go into the layers of VTuber models. It gets very cursed very fast, as you can see. I have to cut and copy these, like, over. There we go. I have, like, an entire chart on the side for colors. There is an entire side chart for colors. To make sure that everything is correct. Also, the corner that Mori is in is probably the corner that I'm gonna put my VTuber model later, as well as my PNG tuber for things. Because then it covers up the least amount of things. So that's just overall the most useful corner I could possibly choose, I think. Out of, like, everything I have as options. And once again, we're gonna do the thing of making it a weird color before we fill it in. I do need to lower the opacity of this, presumably, a bit. I'm gonna have to add a few more files into this later. So that it actually works in the way it's supposed to, but there we go, we have a functional nose, sort of. Yeah, there we go, lower the opacity a bit. Because that's gonna add the highlight on the nose that you see on the side. I should actually save this in between, which is gonna take a year, because this has a lot of layers. VTuber models take a lot of layers, kids. And adults. And actually everyone in chat. So don't torture yourself, honestly. Oh no, I can't find stuff in my layers! I have to redo the pupils because they're very pixelated because of the size. Which is very upsetting. There we go, add that onto there. We're gonna just clip them for now. One second. Oh no. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. This now needs to be lower for once. Watch me figure stuff out and be very, very stupid. There we go. And then the iris down there. And then we still have the eyeshadow. And I need to do that on the other side as well to make this into a good PNG tuber. And then I have to revert all of this later so that it's actually riggable. Because layer order is actually very important for a model. Because if you have something out of order, then it's gonna show over top and you don't want that. So, having a good layer order on your model is something extremely important if you want to have a nice time rigging, because otherwise you're gonna constantly have to go back and forth into your files. I've had this before, where I had to constantly go back and forth into my files, and trust me when I tell you it wasn't fun. Also, for those curious and have keen eyes, yes, the mouth is purple. Canonically, my VTuber has a purple mouth. And purple teeth. I'm technically a space peacock, I don't care. I defy the laws of physics! But yeah, all I need to do is maybe make another mouth that's more open, and then have closed little eyesies for myself, which is not that difficult, because let me go to the eyes. I can kind of mess with the lashes. I can do this. I can move it all the way over here. Whoa, eyelash snatched. You over purpled grape? Does this look like a grape to you? Do I look like a grape to you? I'm a beautiful space peacock. I'm a beautiful, beautiful space peacock with way too long hair. Is it the round shape at the bottom that the feathers make? Is it the round shape that the feathers make? Because if so, if so, I can disable them. But I don't like to do that because they are unironically a huge chunk of the design. I didn't like anticipate them to be this important to the design or like add this much, but they unironically are. Still a grape? I'm not a grape. No. I'm a space peacock and you all are my little space crows. You're my little hatchlings, if you will. Little tiny little things that I picked up on the side of the road and went, "Aw, you're so adorable. You don't have a parent. Let me be your parent." Space Mama has adopted you. Whoa. I honestly love looking at the VTuber model that we have so far, because technically, besides now, like, 2 minor things, it's entirely done for the next step of rigging. But I'm scared to do the 2 things that I need to do. And I'm gonna call up my friend who has more experience making models and actually rigging them, who has helped me a lot throughout the art process of this, and just be like, hey, do you have time sometime soon to watch me be so stupid that you're gonna have a heart attack or something? You're gonna see me be so stupid that your brain just stops working. Mouth for move, no. Where the hell is the mouth liner color? What color did I use for the lines in the mouth? Hold on. A 1 color consistency, that's not happening this way. Is it this? I mean, close enough. Close enough for a PNG. What I'm doing right now, by the way, is working over top of layers, not removing stuff. I don't have a mouth anymore. I can no longer speak. Anyways, I need to bring this up to the top because this... Quick question, are you planning to go to TwitchCon? Maybe, if I can score tickets and if I have enough money, but it's not a guarantee. I will be honest, it's not a guarantee that I will be able to go. I'm gonna try to see if I can go. But I cannot guarantee anything. Also, fun fact, I messed up. A quick fun fact, you cannot do a mouth like this and expect it to be okay on a model. Because of one very stupid reason. And that's genuinely animating it. Like, you can make it work, but it's not going to be easy. At all. Wait, let's see Himi. Hold up. When did I agree to this? When? Oh no, I did something wrong. What? When did I agree to this, guys? When did I say that you has my space hatchlings had the right to do this? Oh god, it looks like I have a double fucking thing going on with my lips. Ew. That did not look okay. Oh god, no! The scuff. The art scuff. The art-related scuff, oh no. The art scuff. It continues. There we go. Now it's even more. It's even scarier. I'm gonna make it a full smile. I'm too used to seeing the full smile on my model. hold on. Something is messing it up. What did I do? What did I do? Oh no, what did I do? What did I actually do? It's on here somewhere. The problem originated here. The problem originated here. I found the problem. I fixed it. I wish I could. I'm already having to choose between DCC or Twitch since they are week apart. Oh man. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna go DCC if I'm gonna be honest. And that's purely because of the fact that I don't think I will be able to handle the temperatures and everything. And I love DCC, don't get me wrong. But I'm kind of scared. And last year, the air conditioning there was okay. For me, at best. But, I guess I'm just kind of scared. I'm very, very concerned about my well-being in summer heat. Yeah, I remember fainting last edition. I think everyone in the group that we were going with did. Which is not exactly a good thing. I'm gonna have to lower the general opacity of the lips. So what I'm gonna do is gonna do the thing again. Okay, that's too low. There we go, that's better. Maybe a tiny bit. There we go. It's still readable. As how it's supposed to be. And then I can toggle it for the mouth being open like that when I talk. I think that will work quite nicely. Now I just have to properly export this in a way so that's safe. I'm gonna save it like this as it is currently. And then... how am I gonna copy this over correctly? I did not think of this. I actually did not think of this. Might actually commit to one day DCC and we can TwitchCon since I don't want to miss DCC either. Same, but again, money and the fucking temperature is not something I'm looking forward to. Okay, I'm gonna do scare thing. I'm gonna just start doing it like this to figure out how tall I need it to be, and then I'm gonna work on getting it in from the sides. I think I'm gonna have it at 600 pixels, because then you have a nice amount of the top area for this. You don't get to see the gradients in the hair, and it doesn't expose too much of the model, so I think it's okay. And then back to canvas size. And now we work towards bringing it to the center. Where I think that should be okay for now, and then bring it in a tiny bit more. That's 900 pixels, 800? 800 will work. TwitchCon Amsterdam, they have really nice air conditioning now, so I'm really if it is specifically in Rotterdam Ahoy, like that's that part, then I think it should be okay. I'm now doing the thing where I have to save it 4 different times. And I'm using my little way of writing things down for PNG tubers to make this so much easier for myself. However, I could also just not blink. Mooney's a little sob, man. I'll be pretty sure I'll be there 2024, 2025, and 2026 for my 2024 is confirmed. Nice. I'm thinking of just not making my PNG tuber blink because canonically, VTuber lore before the debut and before I'm even done rigging. Yahoo! Technically, my VTuber doesn't fully blink. I'm not, like, I may have to do a full blink animation for things, for a full reference. But canonically, technically, she isn't supposed to. Those eyes never fully close. Same with the eyes at the bottom. The eyes at the bottom on the feathers also do not blink. Neither of those blink, so. I'm gonna check my PNG tube sites. Because I know that there's one that you can use. You have Vieto Tube, but that's a program. And I have no idea how to use Vieto Tube. Oh no! Mother messaged you? Are you okay? Is this a signal of distress? Do I need to come, run down your door? Also, I now need to see if I can still find the full OG VTuber model. Okay. Okay, it's there. In all of its full glory. I was very scared that I accidentally messed this up. But yeah, we have made my VTuber model that is unrigged. She's offering to pay for piercing for you? It's a trap! I don't trust it. I don't trust it. It's your mother, May. I don't trust her. She scares me. But yeah, we're at 6 minutes until stream ends. For the last 6 minutes, I think we just want to casually chill. They have a little more unicorn hair already. Isn't it smart to have a backup of your model? I have 2 backups. I have 2 whole backups of the model. She's like, we can go together and get you a septum piercing? Oh! Nice! I don't know what I'm sketching right now, by the way, so I'm just sketching rough shapes of human heads. Or attempted human heads, because apparently the 3/4 perspective is something that is not something I can do for it. Go for it. I mean, yeah. Actually, since I was having a My Little Pony rant earlier, I think it's only right. I think it's only right if I end stream with a quick My Little Pony doodle. I was like scared of the commitment and want a lot of piercings, and then said I also want snake bites. Snake bites are the ones underneath your lip, right? Like by your lips. Yeah. Anyways, for the last 5 minutes of the stream, we're drawing a My Little Pony horse. I haven't drawn My Little Pony in a hot minute, so... we're gonna see how this goes as I go along. It's just gonna be a sketch. Also, right, someone drew me as a MLP horse. Nice. Fuck it, we're drawing Mori as an MLP horse. It's the last few minutes of stream anyways. We can be silly. We have the silly goofy permission now. This is not canon, by the way. This is just me being stupid. I very specifically want to specify this is not canon in any way, shape, or form. I just think Mori, like, unironically could use some friendship as magic. I'm gonna draw her with the original spiky hair for this. Also, Logan Roman sent them in DM. Peek after stream, yes, yes. I mean, stream is ending very soon, anyways. I don't remember how to draw like a bun on a horse. Fuck it, we get Ponytail Mori. Because she does have one every now and again. There you go. Mori as an MLP horse. It's very scuffed, like everything in this stream has been. And with Horse Mori, we're officially gonna be ending stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for witnessing the chaos that is my art, and I hope to see you all in approximately 2 hours for the solo lore stream. And if I don't, it's been lovely having you in my chat today. Have a lovely day, and I'll be seeing you all very shortly again. Remember to hydrate in between, remember to maybe get yourself your drinks ready for later, because you may cry, may not. Who knows, honestly. And also remember to have little nommings in between. It's probably not going to be a long stream, but I don't think it's one you are going to want to miss. Goodbye everyone, I'll hopefully see you all later, and have a good day. Bye!